Hi you guys, my name is Doris. It is October 30th, Thursday evening, 2004, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 25, and it will be something about WIPS. I forgot. Oh, lots of WIPS. Sorry. You can find me, or you can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com, and the Purl is P-E-A-R-L. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design on Etsy and Facebook, and I am Doris M. Smith on Instagram. Hi you guys, how you doing? How was your week? Is it cold where you are? It's cold where I am. I'm going to show you. It is, well, it's 57, but the forecast, if you can see it, it's cold. Cold all the rest of the weekend. 40s high, 50 on Sunday. It's gonna be cold, and I'm dressed appropriately. Nothing fancy tonight, just my hooded sweater. Anyway, we have a Ravelry group for this podcast, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group. We have this week 50 members, no new members. And in YouTube, we have 111 subscribers. That's up from 108 last week. So yay, thank you guys so much. If you're new, I have to tell you, if you're new to this podcast, I want to say thank you for coming by. I hope that you enjoy the podcast and that you'll come back. Grab your drink of choice. I've got some hot tea tonight because I'm cold and I don't feel very good. Grab your knitting and let's chat. So the podcast group has a September-October shawl knit along. The rules for the shawl knit along are you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. Any shawl pattern you can knit. You can knit any shawl pattern you want. It has to be started September 1st or after. You can have 2 entries per person. No chatter on the contest thread. There is a chatter thread where you can, share your projects and encourage each other. The knit along will end October 31st, tomorrow. I'm going to be out of town on Saturday. I'm hoping I will be able to close it where I am. If not, I'll just close it when I get home Sunday. But entries will end on October 31st or very, very early Saturday morning. The prize for the cow is a Ravelry pattern, $6 or less. So enjoy yourself, happy knitting, and you got one more day. Finish that shawl. Stash enhancement this week. That's one thing I forgot to bring over. Excuse me, just going right over here. I hinted at it last week. This week, I got 6 ounces of some more Clon Forest roving from Knit Spin Farms. Ooh. So this is the 2 ounces. There's a lot of veggie matter in it, which I don't mind. It comes out readily, and I wanted to get some more to spin. I enjoy the spin, and for dyeing purposes, to practice some more dyeing. So I got, that's all of my stash enhancements this week. I love Knit Spit Farms, and I want to say in my show notes, I promised you guys I was going to start linking, so there is quite a few links to different people and things that I mention during the podcast. You can go over to the blog spot and you can, click on the different links and go to their pages, their shops. So that's that. I did hold up one. I just have got to figure out how to add links to my YouTube. That's the next goal. So it's all of the stash enhancement. The story of the week, I just want to tell you what happened with my camera last week and why I'm back to normal this week. Not because that camera got fixed, or that application. So normally I have been, ever since I started podcasting, using Photoshop, as a photo booth, on my Mac to film. That's the only way to access the webcam, except if you do FaceTime. So I was using that application, and I did it on episode 23, which was on October 16th. Well, then October 17th, the new operating system, Yosemite, came out on the Mac. So I updated on the 17th, and then the next Thursday, last week, when I tried to use the photo booth, it doesn't play well with Yosemite. Just for your information. A lot of people don't use the photo booth. I don't know, but I did. And now, so anyway, I spent all weekend, I spent all day Friday evening on the phone with Apple, doing all kinds of stuff to try to figure out why the photo booth wasn't working. And they were telling me that I might have to delete everything from my computer and just restore it and then see if it worked, which I'm glad I didn't go that far, because I would have lost a lot of stuff or had to do a lot of backing up, putting things on disk and whatever. But the whole thing is that photo booth just doesn't play well with Yosemite. All the bugs haven't been worked out. So then the next step, this week I played around with different apps on the App Store and found this camera app. So let's just see how this works. Hopefully it will work okay. So that's the story of the week. So the next option, thing is finished objects, and I don't have any finished objects this week. If you remember last week, I finished all my works in progress except for the ones that I wasn't working on. So this week I have a lot of works in progress, hence the title, lots of WIPS. Excuse me. I need that. I'm not feeling too great this week, but so works in progress. In no particular order. First thing I grab. I'm still excited about my fat squirrel bag, okay? Still excited about it. It's awesome. So, in this bag is my shrug design. So, update. I frogged it. I kind of reworked what I was not liking in the pattern, and I started it again. One thing I didn't like was I was knitting it on these straight needles. It was uncomfortable, it was awkward, and I didn't like it. So I cast it back on. So I can show you this part because it's nothing major. It's just a 3x3 rib. So it's a lot more, it's a lot more enjoyable knitting it on. And I've got these are, let me see if I can find I think these are 10.5 circulars, Addy Turbos. Yes, rockets. And I reworked the pattern some because of some of the stuff. I was in such a hurry because I had this pattern in my mind of what I wanted that I got ahead of myself. So I frogged it and I started. I went to the pattern. I had written it down and, you know, so I had it. So I just like reworked the pattern to where I think I might like it better. And I'm going to take it slow and see how that goes. I'm not going to get a big project going and then not follow through because it's not what I like. I'm also noticing that the camera's doing something crazy. I hope that this is okay. My next project is, wait, hang on just a second. If I see any more jumps in the camera, I will probably stop this and see how we're doing. Next is okay, that was my project. I didn't have to tell you anything. Except I did link the fat squirrel bag. I think I did. No, I didn't. I'll try to do that. This I started on, I think I started it on Saturday. Friday night. I was messing around in here and I tried to, I'll tell you that story later, but I saw this yarn and I'm like, I've got to find a pattern to knit a pullover sweater for Sophia for her birthday, for Christmas. So this is what I have completed. What sweater is this? Do you know? Have you seen it before? Tin Can Knits, the Flax. Free pattern on Ravelry by Tin Can Knits. And this pattern, oh my goodness. I'm going to be knitting after Christmas and all the stuff is done. Yeah. I will be knitting me this pattern because it's awesome. As you can tell, I have got a lot done because it's simple, it's easy. The Flex. This comes anywhere from 0 to 6 months to 4X, the patterning. Awesome. Awesome. This is, I'm knitting it as a 1 and 2 year, because she is like 19, 20 months. So this will last her, hopefully, part of next year and maybe even into next winter. So, love it. Okay. The yarn is just some acrylic. I'm trying to find my notes here. It's Karen Simply Soft Party. And the color is Fuchsia Sparkle. You can see the little sparkles in it. I'm knitting it on 4s and 6s. These are the Addies, 6mm, 40-inch circular, and I'm doing it magic loop. And I put it in on. Anyway, I was noticing that I've made some mistakes on my show notes that I'll have to go back and correct in my Knit Spin Farms bag. Joanne, Knit Spin Farms. Awesome bags. I like her stuff, as you can tell. And there's links to the show notes. Links in the show notes to knitspinfarms.etsy.com. Put my... Where does this go to? It goes here. Okay. Make sure I don't get this mixed up. In my other Joanne Springs is the Hitchhiker. And I brought it back out. I worked on it Thursday night while I was waiting for the podcast to upload, and I worked on it some more during the week. It's, you know, it's kind of weird. I'm using some bulky yarn and some regular yarn, and then coming to this. Whoa! Fine yarn, fingering weight. Wow. It's kind of like, okay. Ooh. Yes, I've knit with this before, but it's just, here's where I was last time I picked this up. So I'm not used to this camera. It's kind of weird. Two teeth since I last recorded. 2 teeth. Okay. This is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Martina Bem. I'm knitting it on Barocco sock. I just noticed something. I have to remember that this camera flips the stuff. So I don't have to flip it. Now that's a good thing. Barocco sock. I hope. Oh, Barocco sock. It is fingering, and it is 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. The colorway is a number 1463 dye lot 1199. I like it. And I counted last night. I think I have 38 teeth done, which means I have 14 more teeth to go. 14 more teeth to go. I love this material. It's going to be so drapey and nice. So, I hope I said everything on that. Needles, and I didn't include them. They are number 3s. US 3.25 millimeter. 40-inch circular. Because I like 40-inch circulars. And now, I gotta remember to change that around. Okay. My tangerine design bag. Cows. I have a bulky hat that I started. So I started it over the weekend. I thought I was using my homespun yarn to make. I was trying to make the ear flap hat. It wasn't working. It was the yarn was too bulky. So I'm like, you know what? I still want to make a hat out of this. So I went and found this pattern, which is a bulky wafer hat by Linda Suda. And it is a free pattern on Ravelry. I'm going to try to get it up close. It works well with my hand spun, because my hand spun is bulk. It's chunky, thick and thin. So this pattern works very well with this yarn. And I love it. This is my Clon Forest roving that I spun and then Kool-Aid dyed. Isn't that just pretty the way the color is working out? So just gorgeous. I'm going to do it slouchy, because the person I'm knitting it for has a lot of hair, and she wants it covered. Oh, but I'm going to show you how it looks on. On me. I love it. So that mistake of the ties is working very, very well knitted up. What you think? So this camera, it's so weird. I didn't realize that it flips so that I don't have to do, that's one step I don't have to do. So let's just hope it works. So anyway, maybe try to, but it's kind of hard for me to show you things when I know it's already flipped, but there you go. So this is how much yarn I have left. I'm hoping it'll be enough, but if not, I have more Clon Forest Roving, and I can spin it up, dye it up, and finish it up. A lot of ups there. So that's that. I'm using 10 US 6s, my Addy Turbos, 40-inch circular, doing it magic loop. Last but not least, I picked something up that I haven't touched in a month of Sundays. In my Neil Pottery Bowl, or yarn bowl from Neil Pottery. I love this stuff. He does such an awesome job. See, there's the hook, and then let me see, there's a hole here. So you can either put your yarn through that hole or put it in here for easy out, in and out. Love this stuff. Anyway, I worked on my washcloth this week. You see where I ended. I did some work. I made some progress. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry. It is by Michelle Mattingly, called Wash Your Face Washcloth. I've got several different colors because I was just using up the ends, because I made a washcloth out of the green and the pink. And so I added the other pink when these two wore out. I just like, it's a washcloth for me. So the first two colors are Cotton Classic 100% mercerized cotton. The colorways are 3725, and this is 3446, and this color is 3712 of Ultra Puma cotton. I'm knitting it on size 3s, 3.25, Stitchberry, 40-inch circular. There we go. There is a link in the show notes to Neil Pottery's Etsy shop, if you're interested. He does more than yarn bowls. He's got some awesome pottery. Okay, that is all the finished objects. So let's go to spinning. And I have some. I spun some Blue Face Luster from Yarn Geek Fibers, the colorway Toshu. And here it is on the bobbin. It's kind of thick and thin, and you can't really make out the colors. But I'm finished spinning it, so it will probably be plied Sunday, because going out of town this weekend. So let me just set it here. Okay. I don't know how much time I've been filming, but let me have another drink, and then we will get to or Pinterest finds. Okay. Pinterest. I have been kind of interested in making soaps and stuff like that. So I came across, this little project and thought, oh, that's kind of cool. That's something I might be interested in doing. Just what I need, some other interest, right? I know you guys think the same thing. But it's from teacupsandpearls.wordpress.com. And I'm just going to open it because it doesn't say what it is. It is called Frankincense and Cinnamon Winter Balm. Christmas gifts. From Teacups and Pearls. Life is for living. And here's what it looks like. This might be a little awkward because I'm learning the camera. I have to do it opposite. So it gives what you need is cocoa butter and beeswax and twice as much of the coconut oil plus essential oils of your choice. And she says that she used frankincense and cinnamon as these were going to be Christmas gifts. So there's a picture of the items required. And then it gives directions. You are to put all the ingredients, bar the essential oils, in the double boiler and melt gently. Once they have melted, add the essential oils and stir. And then ladle the liquid into containers of your choice. And she said that she bought these little metal jars with screw-on lids from eBay. And it says, be careful, the oil is hot. So there's that. And then as it cools, it'll start to turn from clear liquid to an opaque solid. And there it shows a picture of them changing. And once they are completely set, they should look something like this. And then she says, I ran out of little jars, so I had to improvise with whatever else was laying around. So she had some little mason jars and it's like little extra jars and bowls. And then she said, I printed some labels to finish them off nicely, and you have a perfect little handmade Christmas gift. So there's the labels and there's the little Christmas gift. I love this. It says they'll keep for months and months, and you can use them as lip balm, dry skin balm, and regular moisturizer. Although because of the high oil content, it can be a little bit greasy for a day cream. But it is lovely all the same and has got to be better than the shop bought chemical infused options. So this also says, if you like this post, okay, then she also has some other things, but I liked this and it was just, I was interested and I thought it was cool. So I'm sharing it with you. And Stumble is going to be from last week because, yeah, last week was a mess. So let me see here. Here it is. Okay, I kept it. Loading. It is from I can't say it. I'm not even going to try anymore. Awesome ideas with wine corks, and I thought this was cool. You would have to drink a lot of wine, though. Maybe you have friends that, or even a winery where you could pick up some corks. But this just has a lot of ideas. And okay, so I couldn't find it when I went back to Stumble, so I went online and typed it in. Awesome idea, and found it. So here it is. Here's the first one. We're just gonna kind of stumble through it. It's a picture frame. So awkward. Come up here, and now that is kind of intricate. No. Kind of intricate little design there. I don't know what that is, but wow. A lot of corks went into that. And some initials. Sorry, I'm getting used to this camera. Keychain. And a little ornament. It's like, look at those colors. That's cool. A birdhouse. Okay. Some little decorations, little flower pot like thing. I guess a ceiling hanging. Looks like a chandelier made out of wine corks. These are little coasters. Little figurines. And a little heart. Guess that would be a wall hanging. A shoe keep for wet shoes. A cushioned tray with wine corks. A wreath. Just what we need for the holiday seasons. More little crafts to do, right? Looks like an ornament or a wall hanging. Ah, placemat for cards, a card holder for the table for the holidays. And decorate your table with little tea lights with corks in it. Wow. That is a backwash out of corks. And what do they call these things? The little hot pad things? Trivels, something like that. It's kind of cool. Another ornament, made a little Rudolph ornament. And that is it. So, I encourage you to try Stumble. You can, it's an app, Stumble Upon, and you can go in, set up your account, tell them what you're interested in, and then you can just stumble. And everybody knows Pinterest. Anyway, I think that's it for this week, and I hope you had a wonderful week and a beautiful weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe down below, thumbs up, comment please, and if I say something stupid, just tell me. I'm not so vain that I think I know everything. I don't. I'm just here because I enjoy coming every week and talking to you guys and sharing my projects and my little story of the week. So thank you guys so much for coming. Join the Ravelry group. I'm One Fine Design. The group is the Knit and Purl podcast group. Go join. Help us out keeping it active. We've got a couple little threads going. The person below me is a little like, what do you call it? Icebreaker, get to know each other. And the other one is the word for the week. One word, how was your week? It's kind of fun. Anyway, enough blathering. Thank you guys for coming so much. I appreciate you. We appreciate your support. Thumbs me up. Subscribe down there. It's free. And you get notifications when there's a new podcast. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Bye.